Hi, everybody. I'm Raquel, and I'm the social media officer here at UTSA Content Creators. And today we are going to be going over influencer ethics. We're going to be talking about what makes an influencer, what makes them relatable, and we're going to do an in-depth analysis of Mikayla Nogueira, the famous beauty creator, and talk about her career and what we can learn from that about ethics. So, what makes a creator relatable? Being a creator heavily relies on relatability. It is key to building an audience. People have to feel like they know you. They have to feel that relationship between you and the audience. And I have two examples here on the screen. At the top, we have Brittany Broski. She is a famous comedian, commentary influencer, and her first viral video was of her trying a kombucha drink and not really liking it, and that video just took off. But that kind of humor and relatability is what really kickstarted her career, allowing her to do so many bigger things, doing interviews with Harry Styles, all that kind of stuff. What has kept her grounded within her career is her relatability and that comedy aspect that people feel like they can connect to. And additionally, another creator that was really successful when it came to relatability is Emma Chamberlain. She started off just as like a 16-year-old girl in her bedroom making videos. She was doing online school because she was dealing with a lot of struggles, and a lot of other young girls that were going through a similar experience of feeling alone and struggling going to school really related to her. And they still, even though, she's grown much further than that girl in her bedroom, people still resonate with that message and her story, which has allowed her to go so far in her career. So relatability is really key to building trust between influencers and the audiences. And when you're able to see people's struggles and raw, authentic moments, it allows you to connect closer with them, and it allows you to want to continue on that journey with them as they grow their career. So, what happens when that goes away? Because, you build your audience based off of that authenticity, and the bigger you get and the more people connect with you, the more money you're going to make, the more eyes that are going to be on you, and eventually you're no longer as close with the audience as you are with that top percentage of influencers that are really successful. So there's a gap there that a lot of influencers don't really know how to navigate, and it's really a huge struggle for influencers that go from a small creator to a really big creator overnight. And one example of this and that struggle is Mikayla Nogueira. So Mikayla Nogueira, she is a beauty influencer who rose to fame during COVID. She is most popular and most well known on TikTok. She's got millions of followers on TikTok. She is the biggest beauty influencer on that platform, and she has been for the last about maybe 5 years or so. And yeah, this is a photo of her right here. And we're going to talk about her rise to fame, the controversies that have come along with that fame, and what went wrong. Because, we all start off with that pure intent of wanting to just connect with people and, build an audience. And eventually there is that shift. And we have to learn how to navigate that gap. And Michaela has definitely struggled with that. So I think there's a lot that we can learn here from her career. So, her rise to fame. So she really blew up, like I said, during the COVID-19 lockdown. She was just really like authentic. She's known for her distinct personality, specifically her accent. She's got a thick accent, not British. I know I'm doing British, but she is like it's like a Boston accent. So one famous clip of her, which I did not include, she goes, Kim Kardashian. Like it's very intense, right? Everybody knew her for that. People think Mikayla Nogueira, they think of her saying Kim Kardashian. It's a whole thing. So she became really memorable because of that. And also, her makeup skill is just really good. She's a very talented girl. And at the time, she was perceived as very honest. Her reviews were very unfiltered and they felt really authentic. She would show her skin with no makeup and show you how to take it from normal, everyday girl skin to like this full glam thing. So people were actually like connecting and resonating with her message, talking about her struggles with her skin and confidence, all that kind of stuff. So people just really resonated with her message, with her story, which allowed her to build an audience during that lockdown. And she has just skyrocketed ever since the last couple years. But with that fame, again, she blew up very, very fast, millions of followers throughout just that COVID time period, which was about 2 years. So, she had a lot to navigate and to figure out, which caused a lot of controversies. So we're gonna go over 4 of the big controversies that really hindered her career. The first being Lashgate, the second being try being an influencer for a day, another being the excessive beauty hauls, and lastly, relationship content, which is her biggest controversy so far.
Every single day, I get up at 6 a.m.
So, the first big hindrance on her career was try being an influencer for a day. Basically, I'll play the clip here in a second, but she went viral because she was, dealing with the fame of that whole COVID era, and it was happening really fast. And a lot of people were leaving comments saying stuff about how, influencers have it so easy, blah blah blah. And she decided to take that into her own hands and share. Um, so I'll play the clip.
I spend about 5 to 6 hours filming video content that ranges from 3 to 4 videos, and I spend a few hours editing that video content. Then I have to work on my other social media profiles, whatever it may be, Instagram, whatever. It's fucking marketing. Then I'm in meetings from 12 to 5. I literally just finished working. It's 5:19. Try being an influencer for a day. Try it. Because the people who say it's easy are so far out of their minds. Try it for a day.
Yeah, so this definitely did not land well, as a lot of people this was during COVID, there was a lot of people that were nurses and sharing their experiences with that online. It upset a lot of people who found it to be very tone deaf, especially considering how successful she was and, sign of the times, things were very rough at that time. And, yeah, it sparked conversations about privilege and relatability and how influencers frame their labor online because, obviously you start to see that gap between her and her audience within this first controversy. And this would lead to another huge controversy. This is one of her biggest as well, alongside her relationship videos. Lashgate. Basically, she transitioned from like tutorial makeup videos to basically advertisements, is what her page became. And she did an ad for L'Oreal for their newest mascara. I believe it was a telescopic mascara, where she applied her mascara in the video. She cut to say that she added a second layer of mascara where you can clearly see a fake eyelash being applied. And this was pretty blatant. The whole beauty community was very up in arms about this. It even sparked beauty influencer Jeffree Star who had been retired at that point to come back just to invalidate her ad and talk about how this was clearly staged. And this got her in the news. She was all over the news. Everybody was talking about it. It was a huge thing. She has yet to address it, but this really bridged that gap even further between her and her audience because she could no longer really be trusted, which was a really big deal. And it would continue to affect her career to this day. It is still something that people do not do not like. And then another controversy that contributes to her downfall is luxury hauls. So as I we had gone over before, as far as during COVID, her talking about try being an influencer for a day, there was already that audience disconnect between her versus the audience. And this was expedited essentially when she started posting thousands of dollars worth of luxury hauls, going to Louis Vuitton, Gucci, all of the big name stores that you can think of, she was doing hauls about it. And people started to have conversations about it and say that this is over-consumerism, she's promoting this to her audience. It just really sparked conversation about what Mikayla Nogueira truly represents in the creator industry. And yeah, it raised a lot of questions about who you can trust because, she's clearly doing these advertisements and then doing this, but saying that her job might be harder than a regular 9 to 5. So, it was just really causing that drift, and it started to go from a disconnect from her audience to a general distaste for Mikayla Nogueira.
I want to stat this video by saying I appreciate you and I love you.
So oh, We'll go back.
I want to stat this video. I want to stat this video.
Okay, there we go. So, this is by far Mikayla Nogueira's biggest controversy so far. This is her divorce announcement. So, for context, Mikayla Nogueira has been sharing tidbits about her relationship since she went on her first date with her now ex-husband. His name is Cody. I don't believe his last name has been shared, but his name is Cody. And essentially, she had posted her getting ready for the first date. The audience had been involved since that very first, like, Tinder date, and she did a brand deal for her wedding with Elf Cosmetics. She did a collaboration with P. Louise Cosmetics as well, doing an eyeshadow collection to promote her wedding. So she did a lot of brand deals leading up to the wedding and during the wedding, and then afterwards, she talked very much about, issues that she was having in the relationship along with drug addiction, specifically alcohol consumption, with as far as her husband goes. She was very open about that and talked about the struggles, which at first helped to build that connection back up because it's something that a lot of people can relate to. It's something that a lot of people struggle with. And that trust had started to build. And then people started to notice that as she was talking about that online, she would be weaving in brand deals within those videos, specifically with her cosmetics line that she recently started, POV Beauty, a skincare line. She would do videos for that company while talking about the issues that her and her husband were having. So that started to spark some conversation about the state of the relationship. And this eventually, the cracks would start to show when she announced her divorce. She decided to do a divorce announcement where she's sitting down in a full face of makeup during golden hour, sharing this. And she would end up posting brand deals the next day after posting this video that got, I believe it was 30 million views. So there's a lot of conversation about whether or not this was authentic or used for views. So that's the conversation there. But this ended up becoming a meme because of what she says in the video, which I will let her say it.
Video by saying, I appreciate you and I love you. And you're gonna want to sit down for this video. I am getting a divorce. Take a minute, take it in.
So this became a meme because a lot of people were basically making fun of the fact that she thought that the audience really connected with her enough to say, like, this is such a big deal, you're gonna want to sit down. People were saying, well, you're not authentic anyway, basically. Like, why should we care, which, as dark as that sounds, there's this huge disconnect where you kind of see the ethics there of her audience initially connecting with her, and it's a full 180 where she's actually being authentic and sharing this really hard time, and the audience can no longer connect with her anymore because of the lack of authenticity that has shown throughout her career. So it's a really interesting 360 that you see with her audience of them really connecting with her message initially, to the point where when she actually is trying to be authentic and honest, supposedly, um, it's just a complete 360 where people are not able to show her that empathy. So it's bad ethics on her end throughout her career, to the point where her audience is now kind of practicing the same thing. So what went wrong? How do you go from an influencer that people love and admire and look up to the point where you announce your divorce and people don't feel any empathy for you? So Mikayla Nogueira had three key mistakes throughout her career that has brought her to this point. I noticed that she had a lot of blurred authenticity and advertising. There was no boundary there between sponsored content and actual raw, authentic content. Everything was blurred, everything hit one, especially when you think about Lashgate. And yeah, it was just she no longer had that authenticity. It just became brand deals and advertisements. And then tone deaf messaging. She was not able to understand when it was time to not post videos and when to handle things behind closed doors or off camera. So because of that, a lot of the content that she was producing was coming across very tone deaf. And because of that, her audience was no longer able to resonate with her anymore because they felt that gap between her and the audience. And then monetizing personal struggles. This kind of goes into that blurred authenticity in advertising, where it felt like she was only being authentic when it benefited her financially, when it lined her pockets. So that also caused a huge rift between her and her audience as well, which is really interesting. And then what can we learn from this? So, as I've been watching this conversation play out online, I've noticed a lot of people saying that this strategy actually worked out for her in the end because she has a multi-million-dollar business. She's doing collaborations with Kylie Cosmetics, with Rihanna's brand, and even Rare Beauty, where she's going up to events and being paid to be there and promote the products. She even hosted Ulta Beauty World, which happened here in San Antonio. And so a lot of people are saying, yes, maybe she did it unethically, but it seems to have worked. And I think that is maybe the wrong thing to take away if that's maybe what you're thinking as you've been watching this, which is something, I mean, I did consider this. Like, clearly it's working for her. But the thing is, she will no longer ever really be trusted by her audience or any audience. And she just is not really set up for a long-term career. She herself has said in interviews that you don't know how long this career is gonna last, so you gotta make as much money as you can while you're in that position. So, I just wanted to bring that up because I think that a lot of people could hear her story and think that, but in reality, we should be learning from the mistakes rather than wanting to apply them to our own careers. So, well, here's 3 things that you can actually learn and take away from in your own influencer career. Authenticity is fragile once monetized. So if you decide to monetize your content, you have to be very transparent and honest in your actual videos that are not being monetized. That way, people can actually trust you in your content. Because once you lose that, it's very, very hard to get back. And influence also comes with ethical responsibility. Because you have all those eyes on you, if you are not acting in a way that is ethical, people are going to pick up on that. And there are going to be conversations. And when those conversations do happen and come up, which they will, it's going to be really hard to come back from. And it will just overall hinder the way people perceive you. And additionally, setting boundaries between personal life and profit. This is extremely important for the well being of your career and your own mental and personal well being. Because when you start to blur those lines, it's no longer you have private, personal time and profit. It's all going to merge into one where your personal life will be used for profit. And you will end up in that position, much like Mikayla Nogueira did, where her views started to rely on her personal life. And it has not been sustainable, as she has stated in interviews where she feels like she's trying to, get the money while she can while she's in that position because you never know how long it's going to last, especially if you are performing in that way. And yeah, that's what we can take away from Mikayla Nogueira. She's had a very interesting career. I think that she has honestly years to go, but I'm very interested to see where her where her career goes. And I just think that there's a lot to learn from her. And I think that learning about her story and what has led her to this point is really an educational experience because you get to see exactly what mistakes were made and we can learn what we can take away from it in our own careers. So hope you learned something by learning about her career today, and thank you for listening.